Hey Raider Nation, it's OG Daniel from Chronicles of the Black Hole. Wanted to get on here and talk about tomorrow's game against the Schittsburg Steelers. Um, Here's the thing. I was watching a game a couple weeks ago. It's from 1975, opening week one against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I saw that game when I was 10 years old, and I chewed off every fingernail I had. I watched the replay of this game 2 weeks ago. I knew the outcome, and I still chewed off every fingernail I had because I was so emotionally invested. Um, this week's game is probably the most important game we play in the first 4 weeks of the season, and I'll tell you why. We've got to make a statement. The Schittsburg stool samples, they have a proven defensive line. Last week, we introduced our premier defensive line. They're not considered proven yet, but they played with pretty much the same results. Our offensive line is a lot better than theirs, and that becomes a factor later. Their offensive line is suspect as it gets. Our offensive line held up against a pretty good defensive line last week. I mean, they weren't perfect. They allowed 3 sacks. The Steelers are going to put TJ Watt on Alex Leatherwood. We need to leave a running back in and maybe a tight end, a good blocking tight end like Moreau, and help him out. He's still going to do what he's going to do. That TJ Watt, the reason they're going to put him on Leatherwood is because Leatherwood's a rookie. They're never going to put him over on Colton Miller's side because Colton Miller would beat his punk, scrawny ass all damn day and make him a non-factor. They got a couple of other good offensive or defensive linemen who are going to go up against Colton Miller and learn humility. Colton's going to handle. Colton's going to make them a non-factor. Derek Carr's smart. He'll stay and play to the side where Colton Miller is. So here's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is this is going to be a low ball, low scoring, not a high flying event because both offenses are going to dink and dunk because one Rapelessberger is going to, he doesn't have the arm strength anymore. Carr will do it to get rid of the ball fast because here comes TJ. Make sense? So if we see a lot of that West Coast offense out there, this is going to be a low-scoring affair, 7-10 or 10-13. It's going to be low-scoring. And realistically, Pittsburgh's not going to cover that spread. The other side of it is what I expect. We will, if our offensive line can step up, we can do those chips on TJ. Yeah, TJ's still going to get 2 or 3 sacks on Derek Carr. It's TJ. Okay, it's real. We're going to beat them in a low-scoring affair. The other side of it is if our offensive line steps up and they can keep him off Derek Carr, we're going to blow their asses out. Our receivers will eat their defense. They're good, but they're missing. They're missing some pieces. and they don't have enough guys to cover our wide receivers, and our tight ends. That's the truth, man. Here's the thing: I've become, I'm a small content creator, but here's the real deal. Um, I have to step back and not look at it as emotionally as I used to do. Because I'm a fan, I look at it emotionally, just like you. I'm a fan like you. Creating content, I have to step back and look at it more analytically. And I'm starting to learn to do this. I've learned from very great people like Andy, Docs, Honcho, Raid, um, JP, Murph. Like, I'm looking at stuff more like analytical because realistically, I have to for the simple reason my fingernails in 6 days, they don't grow back fast enough to chew them off again. I've got to just sit back and look at this that way because I'll be biting down to bloody nubs around this area, and I got to keep my ring. So, um, no, guys, I think, look, no matter what happens this weekend, win, lose, or draw, it ain't going to be my much. I honestly believe it ain't going to be my much. Don't get down. Keep the heads up. Because if we lose by 1, 2, or 3 points, we made a statement. We're not a joke. We are here. If we win by 1, 2, or 3 points, we made a statement. We can take on some of the best of the best. And if we blow them out, the NFL's on warning. We're coming for you. All of you.